here.
I am a teacher.
I am a registered dietitian.
I am an ex-New Yorker, Puerto Rican, Ayurvedic practitioner.
I'm a former national fitness champion.
She purrs and she prowls, she pivots and she pounces.
She's nothing like a girl you've ever seen before. Nothing you can compare to you.
You know her from TV and film.
I'm trying to find the words to describe this girl.
Greta B kicked butts at her boot camps.
The way that booty moving, I can't take no more. Had to stop what I'm doing, so
She taught you that size matters.
find the words to describe.
The anti-aging world of telomeres. She has a nemesis named Mamie von Heinewood, who, love her or loathe her, ain't going away. Greta, like you, is tired of all those other pompous, pontificating talking heads on YouTube. Enough already. Greta tackles issues that most shy away from and says things that cannot be unheard. One thing that she'll never do is pussyfoot around. She leads the wild wise women of the Bitch Kitty Club. Here's Greta B.
Hey, it's Greta B. Welcome to the Bitch Kitty Club show.
It's just a Roman, I don't believe.
The holidays are about counting your blessings, but this segment is called The Bitch, and I have this to bitch about.
She's nothing like a girl you've ever seen before. Nothing you can compare to your neighborhood.
Hey, it's the holidays, and I really don't want to be too bitchy during the holidays, but the holidays also remind me of one of my pet bitches. See, it's cold out in the winter. We're all running around shopping and going out to dinners, and we got our hat, our gloves, our scarves, our parkas, our boots. You know, we're loaded for bear, baby. It's going to get cold outside, and we're prepared. Well, I'll tell you what we're not prepared for. We're not prepared for this. Let me explain. What is missing from this public restroom picture? Let me explain what's missing. Look at what I'm wearing. How am I supposed to accomplish what I'm here to do with this on with no hook? Where's the hook? We all know that the filthiest place on planet Earth is the restroom floor. Well, I guess I'll just have to improvise. Throw that there. It's on the floor, but at least it's not going to be touching my body. And I guess I'll just, here's what I'll do. While I'm bitching, here. There, my gloves, they're not touching anything now. Perfect. My scar, oh, it's on the sink, it's wet, it's got cooties. Have to sanitize it. I'm going to just break this here. And I guess, where am I going to put this big mother? Ugh. I guess I just put it in the sink. And now I can make my way to the trusted public restroom to do my business. The Bitch Kitty Club has fans and it has pests. Chief among them, Mamie von Heinewood. She'll do anything to get in this club. This week, she goes to great lengths to showcase her legs and her new affiliation with Dr. Mercado. I'm here in this screening room, Mamie von Heinewood from Wisconsin, to announce Dr. Mercado from Tijuana. The lips, he's an artist. His special holiday promotion, ladies, illusion legs. Let me explain. So the beauty of these little babies, excuse me, I need a little refreshment. The beauty of these is they hide a multitude of sins, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Spider veins. Of course, in my case, they're more like tarantulas, frankly. And you know, for those of you who would say, Mamie, at your age, why are you showing your midriff? Let me tell you this, ladies. These aren't abs of steel. These are abs of gold. liposuction, cool sculpt, hot sculpt, ice sculpt, you name it. Dr. Mercado tried everything, experimented, perfected it on these little babies. So there's no way I'm hiding them out, whether it's 5 below zero or on a beach in the Bahamas. I'm going to show off his work. I'm now his prize model. And again, illusion legs. They're good for any woman over the age of, well, frankly, 22, if we want to be serious. But the fact of the matter is, hiding a multitude of sins, making the legs have the illusion of illusion. I like that. Dr. Mercado, you can use that. So ladies, here's to the holidays. Here's to my abs of gold. Thank you, Dr. Mercado. And the lips to die for. Do not be afraid to get a few enhancements over the holidays, ladies. It's the perfect time of year. Head into the new year, new you. Whatever it costs, it's worth it, trust me. The Bitch Kitties meet up every Tuesday on a Zoom call. Kitties on a call. Let's eavesdrop on this week's call. Tanisa's on. Hey, Tanisa, my apology last week. I didn't get a chance to properly announce you, but we're going to do that here at the top of the show tonight. PJ, hi, love you, welcome. Unmute. So while there are a couple more people going to straggle in, but PJ, did you get a chance to print out your booklet?
Oh, I did. I just left it in the other room.
You want to run and get it?
Yep.
Just so you have it when we're ready. And what we're going to do is, Tanisa, if you would, because we don't know you, if you could just give us a quick hello and tell us where you are geographically and where you are sort of in life. What do you do and what's your deal? So just give us, just who are you?
Hey, well, I'm Tanisa Montgomery. I have my tree in the background that's lighting up for you all.
You better be taking a picture and posting it on the page for the contest. So far, April is winning big. April is winning big.
My kids helped me decorate it, so I'm excited about that.
Okay.
So I'm Tanisa Montgomery. I'm a licensed mental health counselor in private practice. And I specialize in professional African-American women's issues and concerns of teen girls. Focusing even more on specific traumas. And I'm in Orlando, Florida. I have a workbook. I think you guys know, ladies know about my workbook, the 21-Day Mindful Fix. So I do public speaking and I see individual clients. It's mindfulness.
So we need to put a nice little welcome to you on the Bitch Kitty page. Blonde Michelle, please remind me about that tomorrow if you would. Okay. In the meantime, everybody that has, because we're going to go fast and then we're going to hit the workbook. Does everybody that have their work, that has their work, thank you, I see April's. If you printed out a workbook, please have it handy because we're going to go full speed ahead because that is the name of the game tonight. We're talking about moving fast, hard, and striking because here is the deal. Is anybody here, and welcome everybody, happy belated Thanksgiving. I don't know, Tanisa, if you saw this last week, claws to the screen. Here's what's funny about this. Tell me if you guys do this. I find myself on other calls doing this and people look at me like I'm nuts and I'm like, oh, sorry, that's a Bitch Kitty thing. Anyway, so is anybody here, would anybody be interested in sprinting into 2022? Like finishing off the year like the high five crossing the finish line. Like, how about that? We're going to talk about that tonight because we are getting down to the nitty gritty. We're going to close this year out big. I promised you guys at our first meeting that by the time January hit, you would look at where you're at and go, OMG, can't believe I've had this movement. And we have a way to assess that. And it's pretty mind boggling. So I'm going to just jump in here and get yakking, and then I've got some fun stories to tell. Then we'll share. But let's get moving, because this holiday, I'm going to suggest that you tune into you and tune out everything else. And by doing that, you're not being selfish. We're going to make a distinction between selfish and self-interest, because I'm sure you, like me, have gotten inklings from people that when you're doing certain things that you're being selfish. And as I said in a meeting a while ago, Gene Simmons, the KISS guy, I was in a conversation with him about something. He goes, people say I'm arrogant and it's all about me. And I tell him, you know what? When it's all about me, it's not such a bad wake to ride for everybody else. So, hi, Charlene. Welcome. We love you. So, if it's good enough for KISS and Gene Simmons, and he's one smart mofo, it's good enough for us. So remember that when you're creating that big wake, because you're moving full speed ahead, there are people riding that wake, your friends, your family, people around you, other kiddies, and that's not such a bad thing. So self-interest versus selfish. Tune out the world, tune into you. Don't let anybody talk you out of what you're moving into. Give your time only to those who count, because they print money. They don't print time. Okay? So we can always get our hands on some bucks somehow, some way. But when the clock runs out, there's no way to recoup that. Okay? So we're going to get in a hurry in our life. And that's not to say stress, because we're going to talk about that. I mentioned that in my post on Facebook. Charlene, I'm trying to get you unmuted, honey. We're going to take massive action here over the next month. Massive. But it's going to feel easy and effortless, but it's going to power us into 2022. Okay. But as I said in the Facebook post, I've been hearing it from you guys. I'll speak to my own stuckness, overwhelmness, looking around and going, where's the cavalry? Well, guess what? It's not coming, for just about all of us. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like you can't, at the end of the day, the to-do list is longer, like how the hell are you going to get it all done? Michelle Mupo, Red Michelle, Jesslyn, you know what I'm talking about. All of you do. And in our own way, we all do. Like, how the hell are we going to make this stuff happen? How are we going to make all of this stuff happen? So I'm going to give you my personal overwhelm. Because I know you can relate to a piece of it, all of it, some of it, and you have your own versions of this. So just let's take the past 2 weeks. Between you guys are keenly aware of my technical idiocy. I tried a new software to send emails. Some of you got them, some of you didn't. This little booklet, I started it to print it out at 7 a.m. As you know, it came through an hour and a half ago. I finally figured out how to put it together. Yeah, that's neither here nor there. But between a big issue, which only on this screen Laura knows about, and I'm not at liberty to talk about it, that's going on in the background in my life right now, that if you guys knew about it, you go, oh my God, how did she not jump off a cliff? How did she not just end it? My bestie, my male bestie, Mikey, the 91-year-old who just discovered out of a food poisoning in an emergency room that he had lung cancer. And we just got him through that. Luckily, it was operable. But in the course of recovering from that, there was a collapsed lung, there was fluid in the lungs, there's all this stuff, and now starting immunotherapy. I'm like, oh my God. So this criminal thing happened, Mikey's cancer, my technical difficulties on a daily level, balance issues. I'm finally dating somebody, and it's like, so while I was really going, oh, will I ever date and have fun with somebody again? Well, I am, but there's all the, the issues that go with that, the dude issues. Like, is there a dude on earth that owns his shit? Please tell me who he is, because I will be in love with him on sight. Like, if he just owns one piece of his shit and says, no, it's me, my bad, I will marry him tomorrow. Okay. So dealing with balance issues suddenly after being on hiatus. I have a family member who's, anyway, family member stuff, over the holidays. So like you guys, everything coming down and just going, I want out. Uncle, where's the white flag? I give up. Why do I push myself so hard? Why do I try to do so much? Can anybody relate to that? You know, and the holidays and then, and it's just like, and then realizing, oh no, I've been here before in life. We've all been here. And the trick is expand. You know, I talked about the reason we're here is to expand. Tony Robbins says to grow, for growth and giving and all that stuff, but to expand. I keep doing the arm thing with the expansion. Well, here's the deal. So I'm at a point, I'm at one of those node points. I'm at a point where if I throw in the towel, I get zero expansion. If I tighten the screws and step into the shit and do the work and keep showing up, stop whining a little bit about it, then guess what? I move, I cross, and we're going to look at the book and we'll talk about this. I cross a Kitty Gulch and I land in an expanded, where my capacity has expanded. And we're going to talk about how when we're younger, you got a little bit of capacity, but over time you reach these points, these fulcrum points, and you expand. So all this drama, all this upset, all this overwhelm is wonderful if you accept it. Now, if you become a little pussy, a little ballerina with her tutu on, talked about, I think, in this week's show, our Bitch Kitty show. If you want to be a little ballerina tutu who just doesn't do things and isn't up to playing big, your capacity doesn't expand, and your expansion, your capacity looks like a tube. And we don't want that. We want it to look like a nice funnel with a nice wide top. And we're going to look at that in our thing. So all this stuff is about not resisting the overwhelm, feeling the overwhelm, knowing you've been there before. You can handle more. What I'm handling right now, I couldn't have handled 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago for sure. Couldn't have handled it. I have capacity now because I've been through shit. So I've got more capacity. And when I get through this, hi, Charlie, we love you. Get unmuted. When we get through this period, we land and our capacity has expanded. And now we live for a good long period of time, 5 years, 8 years, in this expanded capacity realm until that capacity is filled up, like I've taken as much as I can take. And then we got another Kitty Gulch and we jump over that and we expand again. So we got a visual on this because I'm so technically proficient. So we're going to go to that. But I want to just remind you, and Charlie, just to recap briefly, and for anybody who wasn't on, we were talking about having self-interest is a beautiful thing. It's not selfishness. So when people are looking at you and saying, oh, you're all about you, or you're all whatever. No. I have self-interest. And by the way, everybody benefits by that because I have ownership of my life. I have dominion and agency, and everybody gets a pretty damn good ride out of that. And by the way, it expands everybody else's capacity. And remember, when the oxygen mask drops on a plane, you don't put it on your kid's mouth, you put it on yourself. That's not selfish. That's looking out for your tribe. So anytime anybody's accusing you of being selfish, just have a visual of yourself putting your oxygen mask on and going, you know what, fucker, you're going down if I don't put this on first. Okay. Because you couldn't handle it probably. So I want to read you one quote that I'm loving, and I'm going to print it on our Facebook page tomorrow. So you don't need to write it down. It's a couple sentences long. I will never let my circumstances define my emotional well-being. I will not let my outer world dictate my inner world. I will choose to be the happiest, the most grateful, the most optimistic, and at peace I could ever be, especially during the most difficult times of my life. And that doesn't mean you're in denial about shit. It just means you choose to go out there with an outlook that says, you know what, I'm going to deal with this in a pretty okay way. Okay? I'm not going to whine like Greta just did for 10 minutes. No Bitch Kitty Club show is complete without a little word from the Barbie of Light. You know, if her talent matched her ego, she'd be a superstar. Hi. It's the Barbie of Light, the Barbie of badassery, and I'm blue. I'm blue because of you. You see, I've been hearing reports of people being so stressed by the holidays, by the festivities, that they're not having fun with them authentically, that they're allowing stress to drain them of their power source. We've talked about that. So I'm going to tell you this. As always, thinking naughty little thoughts can always make your day. Barbie, are you blue? Are you overstressed because of the holidays? Think a naughty little thought. Oh, I'm not stressed at all. You can always use that. And the power of the pregnant pause. When you greet people, say hello. Give them a moment to decide how they're going to engage with you. These are rules that stand true even for the holidays. And that's why I'm a badass. And that's why you come to me for advice, even at this time of year. So remember, don't let the stress make you blue. Keep it light, keep it authentic always. Be a badass like I am. Be primal, and remember, I've got my eye on you. That's it for this week's show. Bitch Kitties rule. Wise, wild women who know the power of the purr, the pivot, and the pounce. And remember, accept no pussyfooting ever.